So hello guys, welcome back to Engineering Tech and Mind. So actually today we are designing the LED chaser on Proteus, then later write the code and simulate it. So I already brought all the components, the virtual components that I need on the component section, and actually that is the Arduino Uno that I'm going to be using. I also have to pick the LEDs, that is the first LED. Okay, I'll place it there. We also have another LED. I am actually going to use 4 LEDs with different colors: green, red, yellow, and another green, so that we can be able to see when we come to simulation. We'll actually see how the LEDs are going on and off in a chaser manner. Okay, so we'll also be needing, that is the last LED. We also need the resistors. We are connecting a resistor to the positive terminal of the LEDs to protect the LEDs. Actually 100 ohms resistor, as you can see. Okay, the last resistor here, that is it. Now pin 2 of the digital pins in the Arduino Uno, we are connected to resistor 1, pin 3, resistor 2, pin 4, resistor 3, and pin 5 also in the digital pins to resistor 4. Then now we'll make the connection to the positive terminals of the LEDs. Okay, resistor 3 and the last resistor. Also we'll have to look for the ground terminal so that we can ground all the negative terminals of the LEDs, and we'll just ground it this way. Okay, then join all the positive terminal, then the negative terminals to the ground. Okay, that is it. Okay, what is this? So we are done. That is okay. So our design is ready. We just now have to go write the code. We will be actually writing the code on Arduino IDE, the IDE where we'll write our code and we'll use it to simulate this design. So guys, this is the Arduino IDE where we are actually writing our code. And as you can see, we have two parts. We have the void setup and the void loop. We first have to initialize the variables, and our variables here are the LEDs. So as you can see, ints are short for initialize. LED1 connected to pin 2 of the Arduino. Then we have LED2 connected to pin 3. We have LED4 connected to LED3 connected to pin 4, and LED4 connected to pin 5. So those are the variables that we have initialized, and in the void setup we are actually declaring our output pins. And so here the pin mode, whereby LED1 will be the output of the code, and then we have pin mode, another LED2 is also the output, 3 the output, 4 the output, in that order. Okay, so after that we just have to write our actual code, and it is just as simple as just giving commands to different time span. Like you are commanding that you're saying that I want this LED to be on for this delay time. And for example, LED1, I'm allowing LED1 to be on for 500 milliseconds, and also will be off for another 500 milliseconds. And what you think that the extra nodes after the code is actually the comments, and to insert your comments you'll just use the double slash. Okay, and actually I have copied the code that I wrote there, and I'm going to paste it 4 times, so that because I want the repetition of the on and off of the LEDs. So okay. So our code is actually done, and before we save or before we export the code, we actually have to compile it to tell us whether we have errors. And there we go, compiling, and as you can see, we have some errors with the code. And looking at the code, we are actually given direction on what the errors are. We have from the copy error messages, and actually it actually says that there is a variable that I haven't initialized or declared, and I'm actually using it. Or actually I missed to capitalize the W in the digital right in one of the code lines. So actually Arduino IDE does not recognize spaces, and instead of spacing you just capitalize this the first letter of the second word. I also forgot to place the command semicolon at the end of delay, where I have set the delay span to be 500 milliseconds. And after that, I think we are good to go. I'll just compile again to verify whether the code is correct, and let us see. Okay, so the code is now fine. Yeah. Now, since our code has no errors, we actually have to choose the board, the Arduino board that we're using, that we have used in designing in Proteus. And we actually use this arrow here, and then we go to select other. We'll search for the board. Actually, in the Proteus, I've used the Arduino Uno, and I'll just search Arduino Uno. That is it. Then choose and okay. That is it. We are good to go. Now back to Proteus. We have actually saved our code. We just have to upload the code on the Arduino, and we'll just have to double click the Arduino components, then source the code from where we saved it, desktop. Okay, we are sourcing the code where I actually saved the code, and this is it. So we're actually taking the hex file code, that is the center one, and by open, then we have already imported our code. We now have to do the simulation. So for the simulation, that is it. As you can see, the LEDs are glowing in order. We have LED, the green, the red, the yellow, and then the green. Okay, so that is actually the design of the LED chaser, and we have actually did the design on Proteus, then did the coding on Arduino IDE, and as simple as that, we've simulated. Thank you.